Today we take a nostalgic walk down memory lane. Sammy Manson from Instagram asks, when did we start doing Ask Jack D? The answer is 2012. In this video I reflect on why we begun it, why we moved to daily, and the differences in myself and therefore the show over the last 4 years. We also let a few of the videos roll, so you'll get a glimpse into the 2012 23-year-old, 24-year-old Jack Delosa. I hope it's as funny for you as it was for me. Enjoy.
28 and I'm trying to shape history, pulling from the sky for some strength to take with me. Line up the stars, fly away quickly and push the world forward like a tidal wave hit me. I ride the wave swiftly, I fear no man, check my titles mate quickly. Came from the sky with the light of day in me and grew my own.
Let me start by saying a big well done to Miss Rose Maloney and the crew over at Sig Nation for that new introduction. I absolutely love it. Let us know in the comments below, do you guys love it? If so, why? If not, why? Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. But I'm loving that new intro, and there's a new outro that you'll see at the end of this episode. Today is quite a nostalgic question, and with quite a serendipitous timing. Rosie, tell us what today's question is.
Okay, so today's question comes from Sammy Manson from Instagram. Why and when did you decide to start #AskJackD?
Beautiful. Sammy Manson asked, why and when did we decide to start shooting Ask Jack D? And I say it's serendipitous because something we've been talking about a lot lately in terms of digging up some old videos, which we've just done, and they were as cringeworthy as I imagined they would be. We started doing Ask Jack D in 2012, so almost 4 years ago now, when a very young and shaved-headed Jack Delosa in a suit was asking all sorts of questions around, my background prior to that point was MBE education. So my background was always in capital raising, acquisitions, exits, building value, and then coming into Entourage sort of PR and marketing and all of that sort of stuff. So very commercial, very business tactical questions, which is interesting because it kind of highlights my personal evolution over the last 4 years. Still incredibly commercial, probably just have more of a personal and spiritual element and flavour to who I am today than I did back then. But 2012 we started. We started doing this 4 years ago. Why did we start doing it? We started doing it due to demand. We had a community. So 2012, we probably had a community of about 30,000, 40,000 people, plus Facebook, plus all the different channels. We had questions coming in all of the time. And it got, I used to be the one on the Entourage Facebook page, right? It's great. Today we have a marketing team of about 15 people. Whereas I used to, and then it got to the point where I couldn't do that anymore. I still do, obviously, across my personal channels, but I don't across the Entourage channels anymore. And I couldn't do that anymore. However, we were still getting heaps of questions. So we decided to do this thing, I think it was called Ask Jack back then. I think we've since added the D, Ask Jack D. We did it due to demand so that I could answer your questions and have an ongoing dialogue with you without needing to sit on Facebook all day, every day. And then why did we go daily? Because the demand increased. As we started to publish videos, we initially did it once a week. As we started to publish videos, more questions started to come in. And then I started to develop the capacity and we started to build out the team. And when we thought we had all of the pieces in place, we then decided to go daily and have done that for the past 155, probably more, probably 200 days since we've been going on a daily basis. But it's interesting. As I look at that video, that was me, that was my authentic self back then. I just think I've developed into more of my authentic and probably a more holistic self since then. So very structured, wearing a suit. Actually, let them roll. Let 4 episodes, 10 seconds each, let them roll. Show the viewer what episodes were like back then. Alrighty, and welcome to another segment of Ask Jack from our Facebook members of the Entourage. The question I'm addressing today is from Greg Standen. Greg asks, how does one go about getting free publicity? And we've chosen this question because a few comments down, Kat also reiterated the same question. So I thought that might be a good question to answer this week. Often we have this conversation, you hear the conversations, you might read the articles or see the videos, and they say work smarter, not harder. My view on this is that as a startup business and an early stage business, or a business owner at any stage for that matter, you need to do both. His surname accurately, Damon Nazarin. And Damon asks, Jack, for an early stage business, how do you go about getting investment? For an early stage business, how do you go about getting investment? And Damon, I love this question because there's so many seed stage or startup businesses or even early stage... Free Rosie.
I know. Look what I've done for it.
$1,000 or $500,000, whatever the amount is for you. There you go. So, very structured, wearing a suit, very neat and tidy, and on my best behaviour. Whereas these days I'm just not on my best behaviour anymore, which I hope you guys love. So there you go. 2012. We've been doing this for a very, very long time. What I encourage you guys to do is start. If you want to start doing video, if you want to start writing blogs, as you can see from the videos we've just shown you, nothing's ever great in the first iteration, right? And it often takes years. Like, you know, becoming good at any skill, like learning to play the violin, takes years to become comfortable at. So have a think about what you can start doing now. Video is going to become even more prevalent over the coming years with Snapchat and Facebook Live videos now being made available to the general public. Q&A type forums like this have become quite common. So start doing something for you, your brand, your business. Engage in a dialogue with your audience regardless of where you might be in terms of your comfortability presenting to camera. Start doing it. It doesn't need to be perfect. We've been doing this since 2012, so it's been a long road. How was that for an answer, Rosie? And how's it for you looking back on those episodes?
Well, it's interesting because I wasn't here back then.
Yeah,
but
that's what I mean.
Compare it to when I first started doing them. The change is just massive.
Yeah. How would you articulate the changes?
Well, I think there's changes, obviously, kind of visually at the intro now, and obviously just you seem a lot more laid back.
Yeah, a bit more laid back.
Spontaneous.
Yeah.
Come in, film, have a laugh. So a lot more fun, I think.
More fun, more spontaneous, more sort of ad hoc, and that just comes with camera time, right? It just comes with comfortability. So let the lesson for this episode be, regardless of how inexperienced you may be recording the camera, get in front of it, start practicing, start doing things, even if it's on a once a week type basis. You don't need to do it every day. Start somewhere, do that, build your brand. Episode 155. Thank you for the question, Sammy Manson, and thank you for the nostalgic look back on the 2012 beginnings of where Ask Jack began.
So what that means right